So for today, as we talk about QR codes, the thing that we want to discuss is how can you use QR codes in your marketing. Yes, QR codes are still around. They're still being used. So we're going to talk about some of the ways that they have been used by major companies and major networks, as well as some other creative ways that you can use them in your business. So if you have questions about using QR codes or things that you want to around that, how you can use those in your marketing, let us know. We'd love to answer those questions for you. Use our hashtag SMRTTV as well if you have other questions about business and marketing, that we'll do our best to keep up with those and answer those for you. So just as a quick review, because I know QR codes are still around and they're still being used, but some people don't fully realize what they are. So QR codes is where you typically will see a square. It looks like a UPC code, but it's square. And you just use your camera on your phone to identify it. I know iPhones will identify QR codes in the native camera app. I do not know which Android phones will recognize it. Some will not. So you're just going to have to look and try which handset are there. QR codes are dead. They actually are not dead. They have evolved and changed, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So this will be fun. Thanks for your comment. So as we talk about these, the thing we want to realize about QR codes is that they are so important for us to use, just because they're unique in how they can be used to help in your marketing. Really, they're just so unique in what you can do. So the thing to realize, a QR code basically takes someone to a link. So it's a way to do share links in an offline way. QR codes don't necessarily work online because you can just share the link. Like if you're putting an email together, you don't need to put a QR code together to stick in that email. If you're putting a post on your Facebook or your social sites, you don't need to use a QR code because you just share the link and they click the link and they go off to wherever you want them to go. So QR codes, you've got to realize, are a way to get offline links. That's important. Offline links. That's really where the crux of them work the best, is how can you take offline activities and do online things with them. So that's important about a QR code. So there are third-party apps you can use to read QR codes. If your phone does not read them, then encourage a third-party app that people can download to be able to scan those QR codes and use them. What's really fascinating is you can link them to almost anything. You can link them to scheduling software. So you can have a sign, hey, come schedule an appointment with us, click this and book yourself an appointment right now. Bam. People can walk up to your door front and book an appointment or whatever. So they still are used sometimes on business cards. Now I actually use 2 different QR codes on my business card. So one QR code that we use drives traffic to a video that we had made of a bunch of our customers offering testimonials of our service. So if you want to, people who want to learn more about what we do and how we do it, they can click on that, use that QR code and from the back of our card and go see what our customers think. We have a second QR code on there as well that's a round one. These are the little newer QR codes, are round. So they show up on your devices as well. And oftentimes there's like a symbol or a picture in the middle and then this weird squiggly stuff around the edges. That is still a QR code, it's round. So what those are good for is the same thing basically, but we use it as well because we can talk on Facebook Messenger. So if people have questions about their business, we give them a QR code on the back of our business card where people can then connect with us instantly to ask us questions on Facebook Messenger. So those are really good. Shout out, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. This is awesome. We'd love to have people help us out with this. So a couple of ways that QR codes are currently being used by businesses is Facebook Messenger. So if you have a business page, you actually have, if you go into the app version of the Pages Manager app, there is a QR code in there that you can use to be able to share it with people. That's where we got ours. You can download it, then you can share it. You can put things up there. You can make sure that it's working so that people can connect with you. So those are really great ways. Do you have a business? In fact, Tim, I didn't catch the numbers on there. If you have a business, let me know what your business is, and we'll come up with some ideas for QR codes for your own business as well. Thanks for joining us too, by the way, and the shout out to you. So these are some fun ways that you can use them. So Messenger uses them, so you can connect with people on Facebook Messenger. You can share those out onto flyers, onto banners, onto print ads. If you want to encourage people to connect with you on Facebook Messenger, you can do that. You can share them out, and then you can say, if you guys have questions, use this QR code to click on, to scan it with your phone and be able to ask us questions directly. So those are some great things that you can do as well. So we've got a few more people that have joined us. Thank you for that, guys. There's Snapchat. I mean, that's a main way that Snapchat has you to build your following is you get your little QR code with a little yellow ghost in the middle of it. And that's how you grow your following, is you share that out on stickers and on other things. Thanks for the hearts, by the way. And that's how you grow your following on Snapchat. They've done that for years with Snapchat. In fact, they bought a Utah-based QR code company to help power some of that. So those are some great things that you can do as well, is use them to help increase your following. Now you can build your own QR codes. There's a lot of different third-party tools you can use out there to generate a QR code that you can use to encourage people to come follow you on social media. Whether that's on a flyer or a mailer that you want to send out, put a QR code on there, and it can drive traffic to your social sites to come follow you. If you want to use your other advertising, print advertising, to help out with that. Another fun way to use them is to share information. So print advertising isn't dead. In some ways it's not as cost effective as what you can do like with Facebook ads or other things, but you got to realize that the print is still unique. In fact, it's really ironic, it's kind of funny that sending a personal letter to someone is awesome. It's so rare these days with email and text messaging and Facebook and everything else, that getting a letter in the mail is really a differentiator in a business. It's a great way to market yourself. Actually do a handwritten letter and send it to people. It's really cool. Put a QR code in there. Share a link to a video of something. If you want to do like birthday cards, this is a fun way to do it. Build a birthday card, share it, send it out to your customers, make a video of your team singing happy birthday. Put the QR code in there in that card and send it out so people can go, hey, guess what? Happy birthday from our team. Scan this QR code with the camera app on your phone and watch your team sing you happy birthday. They can scan it. Now they have a bigger experience with your card. There's more value to it. Sometimes when you do print stuff, like you have an event coming up and you just can't put a ton of data on the flyer, so because you want to make them small, so you put just what you need to on there and have a QR code that allows them to go to the website to register, so you can use that to drive them from the offline card on to online to register quickly for the event, or to more information like watch a video about whatever it is, or if you're promoting a product, have QR codes in there. This is great for retail locations. If you have a physical location, put QR codes up and people can then come actually just watch a little video of the product that you have. Scan this QR code to learn more about this product. Bam. They hold up their camera app, it takes them in, they can watch a video, or you send them to a website that has some interactive features on it that's optimized for mobile, and bam, you've now got more interaction with them for that. Now they can have an experience with that product that you've got. Those are awesome. Those are really awesome ways of using them. So really do consider using them in your marketing. They haven't really taken off like a lot of us thought they would at the very beginning, but they're great. They work well. A couple of applications that we have used them for some of our clients to give you some ideas. We had a restaurant that we helped with. They have a birthday club, and on the cards they put 4 or 5 cards on the table between the salt and pepper shakers that you could pull out when you're sitting at their restaurant and fill out. And when you fill this out, you hand it to your server, and then that enters you into their birthday club, which means you get a coupon every year on your birthday and for a free dessert or something like that at their restaurant. And they would get so many people to fill these out and do these. And so we said, well, let's make it digital. Let's put one card on the table, and it has a QR code on it that says just scan this QR code to enter our birthday club. Now they're filling out the form online, they submit it. They were able to still get the same number of people to fill them out. But the other nice thing is because we have an online form too, we were able to drive traffic with emails and other links in. So the QR code was just the way to get offline traffic to the online page where they could then fill the form out and join the club. And because it's now automatically a digital form, we were able to automatically dump that data into their CRM, which then updated their email marketing and everything else for them. So we were able to automate that process better. They could still fill out the form. They still left 1 or 2 little forms on there as well, but then they didn't necessarily have to manually enter as many in. So we cut down dramatically on the manual entry of those by doing that. So those are great things. If you have a coupon or a special that you want to offer people, stick up a QR code in your store. Guys, scan this to get a free coupon sent to your phone. Bam, I got a coupon. There we go. So just incentivize people to do stuff like that. Encourage them to check in on Facebook while they're there. Use a QR code to help make that process a little easier. Leave reviews is a great way to do it. Send a card to people, hey, would love to get a review. Scan this to go leave us a review. As they walk out of the restaurant, have that up there as well. Those are some great things you can do also. So those are some fun things you can do with like restaurants or retail locations with them. We did have a client that is an in-home services business, like a plumbing or HVAC business, that we've used it for them as well. And this is great because one of the things that's important for a business is to be present at the moment of a sale. This concept was really taught well in a book, and I'm trying to remember the name of the book. It was a book on like selling tips and techniques, and this guy came up with this idea that hello, thanks for joining us, that how can you be present during a negotiation? How do you be present when the sell decision is made? And he actually learned it from his dry cleaners. His dry cleaners had this yellow bag that when you signed up with them, they would actually drop off this yellow bag at your house, and you just leave it hanging in your closet, and then any dry cleaning you need done, you just dump those clothes in that bag, and when you're ready to deliver, you're ready for them to come get it, you basically tell them, send them a message on their app, come pick this up, and then you drop the yellow bag on your front porch. Somebody's going to pull up during that day, pick up the bag, and take it to the dry cleaners, and then they drop off another bag when they bring your clothes back, basically. So when they come back and they bring your clothes to you, they have another bag ready for you. So their yellow bag is present the moment you need to do dry cleaning. So as soon as you need to make a decision, rather than decide which dry cleaner do I use, they have made it super easy for you to choose them. So these are great things to do, is to help people in the moment of decision have the information they need to choose you as their service provider or whatever it is. Those are good things to do, okay? So one way that we use this for a service-based company is they helped with furnaces. So what we did is we worked with them to create a video on how to do basic maintenance for their furnace. And then anytime any of their guys goes into a house to check their furnace, to clean the furnace, to replace the furnace, whatever it is, they put a sticker on the furnace. They just let the customer know, hey, I'm going to put a sticker on this furnace. So if you have any questions, our contact information is there. And here's a QR code. If you just use the camera app on your phone, you can scan this, and then it'll actually show you a video of how to maintain your furnace. So if you have problems with your furnace, just scan this, and this is basically a video of the how-to book of how to take care of your furnace. So this can help you in troubleshooting and those things. So they started putting these in. And what's nice is at the end of it, it has information on their phone numbers and stuff like that as well. And they tell them inside the video, if this is the problem, if here's what you're hearing, here's how to fix it yourself. You know, change out your filter if this is what's going on. Check this first, check this, check this. If these things are bad, here's how to clean this, here's how to clean that. So some of the basic maintenance stuff that just wasn't worth it for his guys to come out. It's like it just, because of the charge of driving out, the cost of driving out to the house to do it, it was expensive. So they started teaching the homeowners how to do that through this QR code video. And then they explained, if your furnace is doing this, this, or this, that's bad. You definitely need to have a technician come in and check that out. So please give us a call, and we can get a guy out there as soon as possible to help you. So now they're helping you to troubleshoot your own furnace. How awesome is that? I mean, that's so cool that they're willing to do that. So it's, if you remember back to the old days when magnets on your fridge was big, like everybody started having these business cards, and whenever, you know, the house cleaner would come into your house, they'd slap one on your fridge so that you always had their name and phone number if you needed them again, or the catering service or whatever. They would slap these out there. Now put a QR code on. And you can do that. If you have a service where they need to reschedule all the time, give them something that they just snap the QR code and they can jump into your scheduling tool and schedule themselves an appointment. Like a massage therapist, that would be great to do. Send out a massage therapist coupon, have a great thing, you know, here's a coupon for such and such off a 1 hour massage or a couples massage or a shiatsu or whatever you want to do. And then have a QR code that says book your appointment now. And you scan this to book your appointment now. And you can also put, or go to this link and have the little link they can manually type in underneath it. But then if they scan it, they go into the scheduling tool, they book their appointment, done. How easy is that? Then they just bring their flyer in to redeem the coupon. That is so easy. So it's becoming easier finally to be able to use QR codes. So consider using them. I mean, Walmart actually uses QR codes for payment processing. I think it's a dumb way to use them, but they do. If you ever use the currency system, you have to use a QR code. To do that, you scan your, if you want to use your credit card that you have on currency, then you go pull up the currency app, they scan a QR code, it generates on their device, then you scan their QR code back to confirm it, and then you have a transaction. So use 2 QR codes in their system. I think it's a horrible way to use them, honestly. That's a terrible way to use them, but it's used. So but realize that what you want to do is use them for either information or booking appointments or driving traffic to a website or to a form or whatever. So use them to extend the value of current marketing you have. If you put banners out, if you put signage up and it's something that people can see and stop in front of and look at, put a QR code on there. I mean, if you do the advertising on a bus bench, why not print a QR code on that ad? Put it on there as well, so while people are standing around waiting for the bus, they can scan the QR code and watch a video or learn about you or buy your products or go to Amazon directly to pick it up or whatever. So look at those things. It's a great way to extend the value of your print marketing. It's a great way to connect with people, to give people more information in a shorter period of time. And because it's built into Facebook Messenger as well as some of the other sites, use QR codes to build that connection with people, get them to ask you questions and work with you. And the nice thing is too, is if you've built a bot to use in Facebook Messenger to automatically answer people's questions and walk them through those processes to get their questions answered, then you've automated even more. You got the QR code that sends them in, and the bot takes care of them. If the bot can't answer it, it sends it to you. Awesome. How cool is that? There's some great ways you can use these. So start thinking about how can you use those. What are areas of your business that you want people that are offline, that are in your store or looking at your magazines or articles or your flyers or ads or whatever, how can you get them to do an online behavior, to connect with you online, whether it's videos for educational things, whether it's informational, whether it's scheduling appointments or just going to your website or driving them to your social media sites to follow you, all those things. How can you move offline to online? And QR codes is a great way to bridge that. So consider those things when you are looking at putting your marketing together, and look at getting a good QR code. One little trick on QR codes, especially if you're going to swap them out often, is look at getting a third-party service that allows you to change out the back end link without having to change the QR code. Some services, you have to regenerate a new QR code every time you change it. So let's say you drive people to your website, but your website goes down, or you're rebuilding it, so now you need to drive them to a landing page. If you have to regenerate new QR codes, all the past ones you've printed and sent out are worthless. So consider looking at the third-party tools that allow you to change where you link them to, regardless of the code on the front. That way you can change it, and all the past QR codes that you have printed and sent out still are valid, and they can route them. They'll just route them to wherever you want it to go. That is awesome. So that's a really good thing to look at, is making sure that the service you use has that feature in it to make that better for you. So thank you very much for joining us today, everybody. We love having you on for our Smart TV episodes.